Well, it's a pleasure to have you join us here at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya as we proceed through to race day to see just who will claim victory at the Spanish Grand Prix. The Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya, a track that will certainly force the drivers to push themselves. It consists of a very impressive main straight going into turn 1. It's a straight that also offers a DRS zone, so it's likely to be a hot spot for overtakes. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are three main things to worry about there, Crofty: positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Perez, Charles Leclerc and Ricciardo, Norris, Sainz, Gasly and Fernando Alonso, Vettel, Ocon, Yuki Tsunoda and Stroll, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, George Russell and Nicholas Latifi, Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
What's going on, dudes? It's your dude, Jerry Dude, and welcome back to the F1 2021 Championship season. Picking up where we left off, we went to the United States for the United States Grand Prix in Texas. Did a terrible start for the race, ended up back of the grid after making contact with one of the Ferraris, ended up damaging my front wing, but managed to hang on to get at least a point in the race. Actually 2 points, because I managed to score myself the fastest lap after the team secured a nice decent strategy to put me on soft tires near the end to get myself back into the top 10 and gain an extra point for the fastest lap. So that was great performance by them. I wish I did better in the race, but the track was just not good for me. I wasn't too comfortable with it, but hopefully this race will be more comfortable, which I feel like I could be, but also I could be putting myself at risk because some of the corners in this track will be difficult for me to try and get by because I might oversteer them, therefore turning me around and maybe hitting the wall. So I hope I don't do that this race. Maybe, hopefully I'll not make any contact for this race as well. I start out P7. Had a bit of a mishap in the qualifying. First lap did pretty well. Got a decent time. However, I messed up the middle sector. Wasn't quite fast enough in there. So therefore I was in 7th, and I did it again in the second lap early on. Just couldn't find the grip around it. I thought I set my car decent for this race, but I didn't. So because of that, I'm going to have to be careful in the corners for this race. And Verstappen again takes pole position over Hamilton for the front row. And my teammate, as I noticed in the qualifying, I noticed my teammate just got ahead of me in qualifying by just about a thousandth of a second. And I'm annoyed of myself for not going any quicker for that reason. So hopefully I'll try to redeem myself for this race. I have gone with medium tire setup, as you can see, for pit strategy wise, because I went medium tires in Q2 and I did pretty well to stay into the top 10 for that. So looking at this strategy, we're going to go one-stop strategy, going lap 13. Hopefully my pit strategy will help me again, just like they did last race, sorry. I don't know why I said last week, but hopefully it will be a decent setup, just to lower the fuel load because I can't change my fuel mix anyways. How many laps to say? Oh, 33 laps. Okay. Yeah, that should be enough. 52 Ks should be enough. A low amount of fuel for less carrying weight in the car, so that it's more easier, smooth, quicker car. to start off. But yeah, hopefully I'll do well for this race. So let's jump right in. Gonna rev up my engine. Fire lights are up. Here in Spain for the Spanish Grand Prix, it's lights out and away we go. I did forget to mention that this is Spain, the Spanish Grand Prix, and I somehow didn't go quicker than some of the others. Just gotta be careful here now. Ricardo better give me the space. Jeez, Ricardo. Okay. Just gonna go inside of it. Can't work Gasly around the outside, but that's okay. Oh, jeez, this is really dangerous here. Stay where I'm at. Completing the first lap, Verstappen leads. I stay in the same place as I did before, which makes sense because I'm on mediums and the guys around me are on softs. I probably should have let Ricardo by to try and fight the guys ahead of me, but at the same time, I just didn't feel like it. Gasly, I'm surprised Gasly managed to get a good run to pass me on the straightaway on the rev up. Probably didn't set myself a good decent jump, so that's alright. I set the fastest purple sector somehow, but it's not going to be good enough for me to stay ahead, I don't think. So yeah, like I said before, I forgot to mention that this is the Spanish Grand Prix here in Spain. And to any Spain fans out there, hola amigos, welcome to Spain. I don't know much about Spanish, but that's as much as I know of. I did use that phrase in as my title name for my for last year's Spanish Grand Prix. I did, so that was good. Might not be the same name for this race, but who knows? As I'm trying to hold off Ricardo here. DRS is now available. Just gotta say, caution already? Who's in trouble? Whoa! What's going on here? Is that Perez and Bottas? Perez has turned around and it's blocked Bottas. They're both stuck there.
The officials are deploying
and DRS, safety car is now deployed.
Mind your delta. Drop your speed. Our delta is
Dramatic stuff going on at the start of the race. Bottas and Perez stopped on the first sector. I don't know what happened there, but Perez spun 180 degrees facing Bottas and they're both stuck there. Did not expect that. It's a good thing I dodged it. I would have been annoyed if I somehow hit them. Because of that, I've elevated up to P5, Gasly up to P4, and Charles Leclerc in P3. I think he was ahead of me at the start of the race, so makes sense he's up there. It's now queuing up to the safety car. I don't know if any like soft tire runners are gonna immediately jump into the pits this lap. It's very early on, it's lap 3, so I don't think they will be, so it's a good thing the safety car will not screw some of the long runners. This corner right here. Oh, no, never mind. They are going in. I'm guessing they're gonna go for medium tire. Gonna go medium tire straight to hot. So yeah, no need for me to pit, which is good. Let me just check something on my thing in case if I mess something up. Okay, no, all good. What a terrible start for Perez and Bottas. Not looking good for either of them. So now I've moved up to P3, where Hamilton and Verstappen are. This could be my podium chance here, maybe. I managed to get my first podium of the season in Belgium. Could I do it again here in Spain? We'll see. But now we're just lining up, getting everybody queued up. Perez is going to be at the back of the Grand Prix. He must have taken damage somewhere, so he's right at the back of the queue. So now we just gotta wait for the whole grid to line up, and then we'll get back to racing. Alright, about to get going here as the safety car comes in. Verstappen's gonna lead us from Hamilton to me, to Tsunoda, to Vettel, to Ocon, to Stroll, I think, and the rest of the pack. And Verstappen goes straight away. I did not expect that, and I lost out to those two.
Okay, the incident has been
Reese,
cleared.
we're back on the green here in Spain for the Spanish Grand Prix. Verstappen leads us, so I'm trying to catch back up to the pack, to the two of them actually, I should say. And I'm already struggling to get to grips with these tires. I probably didn't give them enough warmth in the tires, but that's okay. You can just
Okay, we're dropping a few tenths per lap to the car ahead. They're edging away. We're leading our teammate by 8.5 seconds.
That's okay. Tsunoda is going to try to get closer to me. If he can. Just try and stay ahead to the rest of the pack. Slow it down here. Oh, jeez. My thumb was slipping a bit. That's not good. Alrighty. Verstappen and Hamilton have pulled away from the pack. I'm trying to pull away from the pack a little bit. Pulling a little bit away from Tsunoda. Well, this ain't gonna be easy.
Gap to car in front is 2.1 seconds.
Okay. I'm starting to pull away from the pack a little bit, which is looking good. Just going to try and hold on to this position as long as I can.
Is available on the MFD.
Alright, what do we got? Oh, what's wrong button?
Got that confirmed?
Go ahead. Extend the laps for the medium tires and then switch to the hards. That's a better option. The longer I stay on the softer tires, the better I can get ahead of the pack for the switcheroo. At least for when I put on the hard tires and they're younger compared to the others. Ooh, a little sideways there. That's the corner I'm not good at compared to the rest of the corners, because I can't get the zigzag quick enough through it. So
DRS is now online.
it's a good thing I'm over a second ahead of Tsunoda, because he would have used DRS on me. Luckily, I'm ahead of them good enough to avoid it. So now I'm just going to try and cruise my way until my pit stop and see what I can do from there. Oh no! My DRS is disabled.
DRS will be offline. There's a fault with the rear wing system. Stay out. We can work on a fix remotely.
Man, my DRS is disabled once again. This is not the first time this has happened to me. This has happened before. And I'm a little bit slow in that corner again, but still good enough to get ahead of Tsunoda. You know what? It doesn't really matter if I have a DRS disabled, a DRS fault, because I don't need DRS at the moment. I'm not close enough to Verstappen or Hamilton to use DRS, so it won't matter to me. So it's all good if it stays that way. I mean, I mean, what I'm trying to say is that the fault is not going to affect me. So, I'm just going to keep cruising.
Okay, gap ahead is 4.8
Man,
seconds.
another fastest purple sector in the Sector 1. Fastest Sector 1 in, for purple, I should say. Just trying to speak. It's kind of rare because Verstappen and Hamilton are very quick compared to me. Like, they're pulling away from me, and I'm somehow setting that sector purple. I guess I'm fast in that area. That's good.
The gap to the
Verstappen.
car ahead is 5.9 seconds.
Thank you, Crew Chief Jeff. Verstappen and Hamilton have picked for hard tires, so I'm going for a longer run here. See if I can try to get ahead of a lot of guys. Hopefully, the guys that are battling at the moment can hold off Verstappen and Hamilton long enough for me to pit and make an overcut on them. Might not work, but it's all the options I've got. So, for now, I'm just doing the best I can. I noticed Bottas is caught up to the back of those guys that were behind me at the beginning of the race, or I should say after the restart. Now I'm gonna keep going here. Getting a little bit better at that corner. I always feared that I might spin on that corner. But through my history, I have oversteered that corner and crashed. So, and I'm getting a little bit better at this corner, but not not accurate though, but still good enough to make it clean.
We're gonna box this lap.
Gonna box this lap. You got it. I'm gonna try and stay on for as long as I can. A lot of the guys behind me are pitting now, which allows Verstappen and Hamilton to gain up some speed. As I'm trying to extend my gap between them. That's not a good corner. That was not a good corner either. Probably just not worry about them anyways. It's not gonna matter too much. I feel like I'm going too slow in that corner. But, you know, oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, jeez. I didn't think I was gonna get some oversteer there. But, okay. Oh, jeez. That was terrible. That's okay, I'm coming to the pits anyways. Okay, slowed enough, just in time. It's not gonna do anyways.
Go, go, go.
And there they go. Looks like Leclerc and Gasly are gonna pass me, and my teammate.
See these tyres through to the end now.
And even Perez, who I think he still needs to pit after that tangle. Because I don't think those mediums are going to stay till the end. I'm actually going to catch up to him here. Because he's stuck behind the traffic. I don't know where Bottas is at the moment. Has he pitted? Seems like it. I wonder if these guys are going to pit too. We'll see. As I'm trying to catch up to them a bit. I'm not mastering the corners that well, but I'm also not losing too much pace at the same time, so it's pretty balanced in my opinion. Perez is, oh geez, Perez got a little sideways. He was right behind Sainz there. Because he's trying to make a move here. I don't think there's much passing in this on this track, though. I believe the start and finish line straight away is the best place. Oh, Perez is pitting now. And some of the other guys too. So it looks like Sainz is the only one who's stayed out. And so it looks like Ferrari didn't want to double stack, so I can understand that. So now I'm just gonna put these tires all the way to the end now. And once Sainz pits, I'll be back into the podium spot. And I'm still setting first sector purple. I don't know how I'm that quick. Probably because I'm right at the back of like the drivers ahead of me, and somehow I'm getting purple sets. No, that wouldn't be the case because they're not close enough to me where I getting that much draft on them. So maybe it's just my pure pace. Huh. Whatever.
Gap to car in front is 1.6 seconds.
Thank you, Jeff. I gotta go a little bit wider on that corners. Alright, Sainz comes into the pits. And now I'm gonna retake my podium place. And looking at the gap between me and the guys from the back, I think I've secured it. As long as I don't make any mistakes in any of the corners, like really bad ones, I should be fine. I should be able to take my second podium in this season. We'll see. 10 laps to go here in Spain for the Spanish Grand Prix. This has been a chilling race for me. Not much excitement around me other than when Bottas and Perez tangled and they got stuck in this corner right here. So basically a chilling race for me. Verstappen and Hamilton have pulled away from me, and I pulled away from the pack a little bit behind me. Bottas is in that pack. Perez is in the further back pack. He's pretty much had a terrible race today. I will say, not much excitement this race. I'd probably say the last race, United States Grand Prix, probably had more excitement than this race, at this rate. Unless if something truly dramatic happens later in this race, like in the last few laps, something happens, then this would be as dramatic as the previous one. But we're still waiting on that. But at this rate, it's probably just going to be a calm, cruising race for me. Gonna probably take my second podium if it keeps up like this. As I'm doing, despite that little shunt there, I'm doing way better in the corners now. Definitely doing a lot better lap after lap. So I've definitely gotten better this race. So this track here fits my fatigue. Definitely has my momentum of good racing. I'll definitely say it's a good track for me. 5 laps to go here, Spain for the Spanish Grand Prix. I noticed Hamilton was losing ground to Verstappen a little bit, so Verstappen is pulling away.
To drop back. There's a gap beginning to form.
So like I said, Verstappen is pulling away from Hamilton, which could lead to Hamilton winning once again. Now, I haven't checked the point standings, but I think Verstappen is getting closer and closer to clinching his first Grand Prix win when it comes to my Grand Prix, my season. And basically securing his first championship title. Basically doing a 2022 version of this season is basically what Verstappen is doing. And because this is the 16th race, we got 4 races to go, and he's getting closer to clinching that title at the moment. Constructors-wise, I have no idea what the difference are, but oh, hold on, someone's in trouble. Oh, Hamilton's in trouble. he's got a problem. Is he retiring from this race? Lewis Hamilton retiring from the Spanish Grand Prix? It looks so.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
This could put me straight up to P2 at this rate. I'm gonna basically get my best finish yet in the season.
Yellow flag.
Because if I can remember, in the Belgian Grand Prix, I got 3rd for that race, which was for my first podium. There he is, Hamilton right there. He's retiring from this race. Late dramas, as I called it too. Late dramas happening in this race. If somehow some game miracle gives me the best luck I've ever gotten, that if Verstappen somehow loses his lead, like either retires or crashed out or spun around, I could potentially get my first win in this season, but probably won't happen though. If it did, it will be amazing because I'm racing against 90% AI difficulty. Not percent, but just 90 AI difficulty. If this somehow turns my way and gets a win, which it won't happen anyways. That would have been a miracle if that would have been the case though. But looking at this race, Verstappen once again will lead, and after Hamilton retiring, he's possibly going to extend that lead and maybe clinch the title. I have no idea what the gap is, but from what I remember, he's pretty far off from Hamilton, so I have a feeling he might just be close enough to clinch the title. Maybe. We're about to find out at the end of this race, as we got 3 laps to go here, make it 2.5, because I'm just about coming around the middle section of this middle sector. As Verstappen sets the fastest lap once again. Man! From being nice and calm in the middle of the race to a late drama happening. But I feel like the next lap is just going to be nice and calm for me until the final lap. Final lap.
Final lap of the race.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Final lap here in Spain for the Spanish Grand Prix. Verstappen leads. I take second after Hamilton retires. Vettel could potentially be on his way for his first podium for the team this season for Aston Martin. Sorry, it took me a while to remember the name.
2 seconds.
He did the same thing he did in the 2021 season as well, back in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. I can't remember if we have raced there yet, but if not, then we're getting close to it. So yeah, it's gonna be good. Max Verstappen wins the Spanish Grand Prix here in Spain. He does it once again, and he pulls away in the point standings, away from Hamilton after he's retired. I don't know if he's clinched the title yet, but we're about to find out as soon as I cross the finish line. As I'm going to take second, no doubt, 12 seconds over Vettel. Possibly will take his first podium for the team this season in my championship season. Tsunoda will possibly take 4th maybe, and Ocon maybe round up the top 5. As Lance Stroll 6th, Bottas 7th, as I believe I can see in the map, with the 2 Ferraris rounding up, with the 2 Ferraris behind, and I think my teammate Ricciardo will take the top 10. As I get my new best finish of the season, takes 2nd place. Yuki Tsunoda takes driver of the day, taking 4th. Man, what a great race for me. After starting P7, I worked my way up to P2 after lead drivers having terrible luck for them, as no other driver had terrible luck than Max Verstappen. He did it all. Sweet this race, had no problems whatsoever. It looks like he has not clinched the title yet, so which means we move on to the next race, to the 4th last race of the season. We're getting close to the end of the season, guys. And as soon as we finish the season, I'm immediately heading to the next year, the F1 2022 game. As you can see, Verstappen, myself, and Vettel, the top 3 on the podium. It's champagne time. Man, I just been relaxed the whole race, like nothing too major. Like, even despite some risky, dangerous oversteering and sideways stuff like that, I still managed to hang on very well.
Max
So as you
Verstappen
can
should be
see,
pleased with his performance, making gains at the top of
yeah,
the
Max
table. Some
Verstappen,
amazing talents out on the track
no doubt
today. But
he
Anthony,
gets
who
it.
would you
So
pick as your
Verstappen,
driver of the day?
Max Verstappen wins the Spanish Grand Prix here in Spain with the fastest lap as well. I take second, my best finish of the season. Maybe get a win in the last 4 races. Probably won't happen, but only time will tell. Sebastian Vettel also gets his first podium of the season for his team. Yuki Tsunoda takes 4th. Esteban Ocon takes 5th. Lance Stroll takes 6th. Valtteri Bottas, after stopping from Perez's crash, ends up in P7. Charles Leclerc takes 8th. His teammate Carlos Sainz takes 9th. And my teammate Daniel Ricciardo rounds out the top 10. Bit unfortunate for the 2 Ferraris and McLaren for the late pit stops, but you know that these things happen, and sometimes it doesn't go your way. So very lucky for me, Verstappen and Vettel. Very unlucky for Sergio Perez, Valtteri Bottas, and Lewis Hamilton, who ends up retiring from the race due to mechanical failures, unfortunately. And he was the only one who retired in that race, so there you go. Looking at the standings after that race, Max Verstappen leads away from Hamilton by 102 points. So if my calculation is correct, he will take the title next race, unless if Hamilton wins all 4 races and Max Verstappen takes terrible positions in the race. Who knows? Antonio Giovinazzi moves up a bit, even though he has not scored any points compared to the rest of the no points drivers. Yuki Tsunoda, after taking 4th place, gets ahead of Fernando Alonso, which means AlphaTauri are starting to pull away from Alpine and getting a bit closer to our team and Ferrari, as we're still sitting ahead of Ferrari. Alfa Romeo moves up despite no points. Red Bull starting to pull away with 131 points. This could be Max Verstappen and Red Bull's day, just like in the 2022 season. So yeah, and I pull away from Charles Leclerc a bit, and I'm getting a little bit closer to Valtteri Bottas, but I don't think it might be enough. I'm 30 points away. Who knows how far it will be from Bottas. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to help this channel grow. If you guys like these videos, make sure you hit that like button. If you guys have other suggestions, make sure you leave a comment down below. Next episode, we're going to move on to the next race. It could be Azerbaijan. We may have done it before, but I don't remember. My memory hasn't been the same, but who knows. We still have a few races left. We got 4 races left in the season. Hopefully we'll get some more action, more than this, maybe more than the United States Grand Prix. Who knows? We'll find out next race. But until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, before I ended this video, I just want to have a look at what exactly happened to Perez and Bottas in that first corner. We did not know exactly what happened, but we're about to find out right here, because they stopped in the first corner. Perez spun around and held up Bottas. So let's just see exactly what happened to the 2 of them. So as you can see, looks like Perez got onto the corner and he oversteered, ended up spun sideways, and Bottas just didn't get out of the way and stopped behind Perez. And as you can see, they had to wait until the other drivers went past. So let me just rewind that and go back to them. So right here, this is where Perez spins. Now let's just get an onboard look from him and see what exactly happened. It looks like it's an oversteer situation, so let me just slow down here. He gets to this corner here. Hang on, let me back up a bit. Let me just have a look closely. Okay, so it looks like it's an oversteer on the curve that Perez did, which is basically exactly what Verstappen did back in the Portuguese Grand Prix when he spun around and he clipped the curve and he got sideways as well. Now let's look at Bottas's point of view and see what exactly how it got him stuck. So Perez sideways right there. To be honest, looking at this position, he just stopped right on the racing line where they normally go. I think Bottas could have just avoided it. As soon as he saw him got sideways right there, I think he should have been prepared to try to get out of the way, or go on a different racing line to get to pass Perez in that corner. But looking here, he just stopped right there, and he did not move whatsoever. He just stayed to the same line he always goes to, and he just didn't avoid Perez. So basically a confused move by Bottas here, and Perez had no way to. Perez had no option. He got sideways. He had nothing but to blame himself for his mistake. He had nothing else to do but to wait for others to pass right there, and that would be a good shot of it to leave it there for this bit at the end of the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you guys next time.